right, let's do a brief audio and visual check. We're just getting stuff. Oh,
I'm in a green room and Dakota's a cat.
oh yep. Okay, right. Give it 1 second. I got you, man. I didn't add this. What a start. What a start. It's Monday night. Give me a second. I got you. It is the chroma key. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. Restart this. Just redo. Okay. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, and to my left, your right, is Coach DB. Damn it, man.
Take three. Take three.
You know what? Take three. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Coach Dakota, Coach DB8. To my left, your right, my man, Coach Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. These markets are catching a bid. Are the lows in for the year? Shout out to our guy, Nick for a Tick, our friend over there. Asked me that question a couple days ago, and I wasn't too sure, but now it's looking like it. Do we start questioning when we hit all-time highs here?
Yeah, I think that's a very valid question. You can see I have, and we were talking about this just a minute ago, is this is a daily chart on the NASDAQ, and look at where we were last April and where we are at now, right? My major sell-off, buy the dip. That was the tariff volatility. This is the war volatility. I was talking about this briefly about this being the low of the year. And then look at this. This is one heck of a rally off that low. And 2,600 points from that low. I remember it doesn't feel like too long ago here in Slow Markets. I was long from 22,990s. I remember that. I remember that day. But it's one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda trades where, like, yeah, you're buying it here, and then here we are right in the middle, looking to make all-time highs. And January 1st, to start the year, the NASDAQ is right here, right now, around scratch for the year. It's interesting to think. I talk about it all the time about equities, how resilient equities here in the U.S. is, and why I'm a perma bull. That over the long period of time, it's just the way these equities work. It's just up and to the right. Gaps get filled up and to the right. How long does it take? I mean, over the long period, I like my chances of longs that go up and to the right, talking about those all-time highs. And we might be getting there sooner than later, man. Are you seeing anything in these? Like, I know you said you at the buzzer, you guys were talking about it. Maybe you want to do a brief rundown of that.
So what we're looking at is on the daily time frame, right? On the daily, we are back above the 200 moving average, which is this white line here. We've been below it for a little while now. We did have the 50 and the 20 cross below it, but those are starting to tick up as well. And we can see we kind of use that area of the 50 moving average as a support this morning, or last night, I guess. So I think you kind of have to be bullish this market until it gives us a reason not to. We've had 6 up days in a row in the NASDAQ. So my question is, as we get to this yearly open and Hoag's weekly kickoff high up here, 25,590s, is there maybe a pullback day in store? But, you know, nothing more than just a pullback, right? I'm not looking for a break of the structure. This looks pretty clean over the last 2 weeks, just, you know, some really bullish price action. We're less than 5% off the all-time high in the NQ futures. Again, is it just a blind buy it? It's not, but it's becoming, over the last 2 weeks, it's becoming harder to make money to the short side, I think, in these markets. Is it possible? Absolutely. Can you take a short trade? For sure. Am I going to tell a scalper not to take a scalp short? No. But when the flow starts moving in one direction, I think it's a lot easier to try to identify where that flow is and then get in line with it. My trades in the NASDAQ today were to the long side. Right now, do I see a long? Not necessarily, but I'm looking for places to buy.
Perfect. I agree with you. We had this conversation, me, Andre, Jack, and Doom. It was a brief conversation. Like, how many accounts do we think have been blown getting short versus getting long, right? I'm going to lean towards more traders have blown accounts trying to sell the equities than buy them. Obviously, it's going to be different for like crude oil or gold or silver, natural gas, something else. But if you're trading the NASDAQ or these equities, over a long period of time, statistics, I think, lead that more accounts get lost trying to short it on a day like we seen today where we just go up than trying to find areas to buy dips. But let's go say something.
I was going to say, Coach Hoop in the chat says, crude will have something to say about that. Of course, right? If crude is back above $100, then we can see these equities break again. But crude right now, even I'm seeing a potential short in crude here, just from what we're seeing in the overnight session so far. And if crude continues to sell off, we've seen that inverse relationship between crude and the equities. We could continue to get a bid here. So very interesting here.
I know. Mandy in the markets. I'm liking the NASDAQ. A few traders in the chat was pointing it out too, that we've had quite the rally where, quote, this I hate the saying, but it's that feeling we get due for a pullback.
Oh yeah, right? No, it is. I don't disagree.
But what did we see last night? We gapped down 300 points. It is dramatic, 400 points. Is that the pullback that we needed, right? And then we just continue to rally off that. So that, to me, is a good enough pullback. And we just rallied dramatically. Maybe we are due for like consolidation, an inside day, choppy day, rather than very directional. We're talking about the VIX. The VIX is below 20, so we're going to see, and this is something that we need to understand as traders. I'm talking about now rather than wait until it's too late and it starts to slow down. Is we talk about it all the time, Coach Jay. Size down when volatility increases. Well, now it's starting to look like volatility is decreasing. So there's that conversation to be had about increasing your position size, understanding that volatility can start to decrease, and a typical day that we're used to is so that's just an example. 500 points in the NASDAQ. So if we go to my chart right here, because I want to talk about this before we get to some trades, because this is my XFA. I'm looking for a payout on it, but I want to talk about this first. We go to this daily ATR, and that's one thing, but I like to zoom in on the hourly because that gets a better, I guess, a better read on these markets. If I could pull it up on an ATR. I haven't looked at it. It's all live. This is unscripted. Everything I do on air is just unscripted. It's better that way. It's more fun. I don't know if we want to do this, but volatility typically is starting to decrease, right? We got the VIX. There it is. Let's see, ATR. Let's zoom in. And here we see it. You see those big spikes of volatility. And we're used to it. We are spoiled as day traders with such a high volatile spikes. We're starting to decrease. And if we zoom out enough, we were down to like 60 points here on the hourly chart. We can start to see that again. We could start to see low volatile days, low daily ranges, and I don't want to say summer trading, but Coach Jay, it is April. And could we transition to low volatility summer type trading that we're just haven't been used to it for so long? And if we do, we got to adjust. What's your thoughts on that real quick? I could just keep just rambling on about it.
Summer trading, I think it depends what happens with the war. I think that all matters, right? We've seen some pretty volatile summers recently. Was it last year it was Japan carry trade, or the year prior? They're all kind of blending into each other at this point. But I think the environment sets the tone for summer, right? If it's pretty quiet, then yeah, probably just slow grind up summer. But and we still got another couple months, but if this situation with Iran is still going on, I think it's probably going to be pretty volatile summer. We will see. I wouldn't mind some slow days.
I would love volatile summer. I really would. Right. But we seeing the VIX cross below 20. If that continues to go down and if things start to settle down, it's just something that we have to be aware of, right? Just plan it out, understand these are possibilities. Obviously, anything can happen. What if the war is over? Let's just say the war is over. Things start to settle down. Inflation obviously is going to become, the headline, right? Talking about inflation, it seems like we always are. And low volatile days. And be prepared, right? Just as we adjust to volatility, we must adjust to low volatile days. Anyway, that being said, I'm watching gold here. We got the bottom of the hour coming in about 17 minutes. I'm going to switch it back to my chart for just one more
I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go ahead. Switching it back to my chart. If you guys were watching Fast Markets today, Coach Hoop, I know you were. We were talking about this gold trade earlier. During Fast Markets, gold has been on such a nice rally today since we opened. The equities have. I got in long around these 720s, and it worked out really well. And we're continuing to rally. If we take a look at an hourly chart, my next question is going to be, can gold break out? Can gold come back up and test these 4,800, 4,816, maybe 4,822 to the long side? On the downside, I'm not seeing too much, but you can see there was a lot of resistance here at these 4760s. If we do start to sell off, that's going to be one area that I'm going to be looking for longs around these, 4760 zone. Everything's a zone. If not, I'm going to look for gold to rally back up to 4,800, retest these 4,817s. I'm bullish gold. I'm going to be looking for gold longs tonight. It is Tuesday night, or it's Tuesday's price action, Monday night. Obviously, we have core PPI tomorrow morning, so inflation data tomorrow morning. How much is that going to move the markets versus the war headlines, Fed speakers, and man, Fed speakers everywhere this week. Fed speakers everywhere. Interesting. But let's get some music on. Let's get some music on. I got this account, Coach Jay. I don't know if we talked about it too much, but I withdrew. I get this question every single night. But
where's your live account?
I withdrew my live account. The full balance I posted on Twitter. But I started a single 50K combine. The first combine I've had in months, since September. That one, I actually passed it. So I'm excited for that. One try, one attempt, one pass. And here we are. Tonight's the night. I'm up $2,200. Hopefully showing everyone that you don't need big size to make decent money. That's a great weekly pay, right? $1,000 today. I finished it up. So if I get $150 tonight, I'm going to take a payout. I'm not going to just hold this account balance into a live account. I'm going to take payouts. I'm going to pay myself. So far, $50K. I paid $109 for it, or 100 something. And that's my expenses. I've seen traders are obsessed with that. So I'm in like $100. And if I take $1,000 payout, that's a 10x return on my money so far.
It's a pretty good return.
We'll see.
Pretty good return.
We shall see. I'm going to get the music on. Let me know if you're eyeballing something. I'll switch to your charts.
Yeah, I'm looking. But crude oil is interesting down here. Crude, you can kind of make a case for both sides. We're sitting at settlement right now. I see a short here in crude, but it's not in a location I'd like it in. I don't love sitting in a position in crude, just kind of sitting there waiting. I'd rather trade the momentum, but I'm seeing some downside potential here.
In crude oil?
Yeah, in crude oil.
Yeah.
maybe down to 91.50 maybe down to 92s from a technical perspective, right? But the question is it actually going? Right, that's the one thing about crude. It's not gonna move on nothing. Right, it's gonna stay still until, at least the big moves in crude, it's gonna stay still until it's time to go. So I'm gonna be patient there.
Off the 200. Dakota, am I scalping the 5 minute? No. I use the 5 minute for trade setups. Yeah, but I use the 100 tick to trade management. So I guess it depends on what your definition of scalp is. Dakota, forget to let the buffer. Dakota, I'm taking whatever I can take out.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna try something new here. Pay myself.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Going a Henrico run here.
Yeah.
100 days. 100 winning days.
100 winning days.
Crazy.
3 bar crazy on stuff. The NQ. I see that.
Well, on a 5 minute?
Yeah, to the long side. Yep. Tempting.
I mean, VWAP's flat, so I could see the range trade.
I could see that too.
Talk about this all the time, but that first 30 minutes, VWAP's flat in it. Any extensions outside of this or opportunities to fade the other way? It's a decent trade if you were in it in the 60s.
White House. Yeah. We're gonna headlines. Headlines. Always be prepared for headlines during this environment. Headlines still rule the market right now.
Yeah. Mr. Butters, consult a professional. But
tax questions?
Without giving tax advice, you're taxed on what you take as far as withdrawals.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll give from there. What you take as a withdrawal. So that 10% that goes to Topstep, you don't have to worry about that. That's not coming to you as a withdrawal. But that's all I'll say on that.
Yeah, you don't get taxed on money you don't get, from my understanding. Right. But we are not tax professionals. And also, you know what? Once again, in the Topstep YouTube chat, there is the risk disclosure. Everything that we say and go over is not financial advice. It's not a signals class. It's for educational purposes only. Let's make sure we get that one clean and clear. Gold breaking out. Yeah, I got gold here. I've kind of missed that move. Right, missed the move. We got the bottom of the hour in 10 minutes. I'm looking at. Let's take a look at these equities. And dude, Intel has been on a tear. I've been buying it up in the 30s and 41.
Where's it at right now?
65.
Oh, nice.
It's just running. Shout out. Nice. And anybody in the YouTube chat that is long Intel, MP hopped on, and it's not financial advice, and I told him this, but he was asking, and I told him Intel.
I mean, the president was talking about it, right? The U.S. government's buying it.
Yeah.
There's you got a persistent bid in that market.
It is,
look pretty good here for longs.
Ooh, crypto bought Intel calls at 40. Nice. There we go. I'm looking at these equities. We got crude oil's at 96. Oh, damn, what happened to crude? What happened to crude, dude?
What do you mean?
It's down to 96.
Oh yeah, tonight? Yeah, it's just been selling off. It's down 2.5% right now. That's what I was saying. I like the shorts. It's sitting at settlement right now. So I kind of feel like I missed the boat on the shorts. The better short would have been somewhere up near 97.40s at least. So yeah, just kind of weighing the risk to reward right now. If we get a pullback up to VWAP 96s, that could be a decent spot to short. But we are coming into somewhat of a demand area down here. A little bit of support in these lower 95s. So we'll see. But I see a lot of room lower here in crude.
That's wild. I did not expect to see this. I've been living under a rock all day. After I got done trading, I didn't even look at the markets. Whew. Crude. But the U.S. blockaded it, so it's bearish.
Trade what you see, man.
Exactly. Yep. That's the answer.
Trade what you see. Linda Rashke, who we've had on TopstepTV, she posted on Twitter. She said, if you rely 100% on the technicals, you realize that 95% of the news doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. I've lost more money just based off of my opinion than anything else.
Yeah. And some of the news is going to matter, absolutely, right? But I think what happens is the 5% of the news that matters is the news that sets the environment that we're trading in, right?
Correct.
The Iran war is definitely news, right? That's definitely that's enough news to pay attention to, but that news just set the environment that we're going to trade in for the next however many months. It's inside of all that, every headline makes it difficult to trade, in my opinion.
Here's where news affects my trading, right? We get a headline and it's something dramatic, right? Let's just put something dramatic out there.
Right.
We're thinking about hiking rates. That's just hypothetical. And the market starts to sell off. I'm not going to look to buy the dip for the rest of the day.
Right.
That's something where I'm like, okay, that news event was dramatic and changes my bias for not only the day, maybe like the next few days. So there's events like that versus like, hey, this happened and I could see that news event being bought up, right? So there's little details. It's just like anything. Everyone's talking about taxes. Every exception, or every rule, there's an exception, and vice versa. It just seems like I'm not seeing anything right now.
No, neither am I. That's all right. There's been, enough volatility that we don't need to force any trades here. I think that's the one thing that's great about this environment that we're in right now. There are more than enough trade opportunities. Whether you're looking at the overnight session, New York session today was great in a bunch of different markets. I was talking to Coach Paul, who said he's going to start trading corn every day because there's a great trade in corn every day. So there's more than enough opportunity where we don't need to force any setups right now. Natural gas. Wow, that has just been on a downtrend.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at this.
Look at that. Yeah, I'm looking for. I'm on the edge, man. I need to looking at $150 today to lock in a payout, but I'm not seeing anything, so I'm not going to force it. We got under 6 minutes left to the bottom of the hour where we can see these markets moving. I'm watching gold, and I could see gold back up to 5,000. To be honest, I could see gold back up to 5,000. Time horizon, July. By July. Okay. There you go. There's my hot take. I'm looking for gold, not financial advice, to be near 5,000 by end of July.
I don't think that's that hot of a take, man. I think we're within 2 daily ATR ranges to the upside of 5,000s right now. So, I kind of agree with you. It's not going to be easy either, right? This gold has to eat through all of this heavy sell pressure from these 2 weeks of sell-offs that we had, but I'm with you. As long as we hold above it and we tested it, right? You can see this 20 moving average, this yellow line on my chart here on the daily. We're holding above it, right? And we were below it for a little while. We're holding above that. The 5,000s is right near that 50, which is, to me, the next target. That's that's 1 daily ATR move to the upside.
Yep. And the bottom of that move was a 3-bar reversal.
Yes,
it was. It was another one of those. I was buying it up and I just paper handed the heck out of. I'm paper handing so many trades lately because of this volatility. I don't mind it because it's been see money, take money, and these headlines have been wild. But there's definitely opportunity scalping midterm. And there goes gold. Breaking out before the bottom of the hour. I'm looking for 4,800, and I'd like to see an opportunity to get in this. Sell in May and go away? I don't know. I don't think selling in May this year, because we could be seeing all-time highs before we know it. We could blink, be at an all-time high. We've seen the markets rally 1,000 points in a day.
Oh yeah. Micro silver. See a lot of traders talking about silver in the chat. I haven't placed a silver trade in a little while, but it's looking pretty good here as well.
Me neither. I have
looking pretty good here as well.
We got gold at 40. Yeah. Less than 2% from highs. Agree. You know what I need to do? I need to do hashtag slow markets. Hashtag slow markets, everyone. There you go. In the YouTube chat, go ahead and tag me. I've been posting as much as I can in there. Tag me. Hashtag slow markets. One thing that has been on my mind the past couple days, Coach Jay, was psychology. Your mental state, your mental psychology, your mental health. This weekend, I did not think of the markets one bit. Tried to disconnect from everything, social media, the markets. And it just made me think about that, how not a lot of people realize how important it is. Not a lot of people on social media or in like the educational world teaching traders how to trade talk that much about the mental health and the psychology as much as they should. I hear them talk about it every once in a while, but they talk more about indicators than they do.
It's the most important part of trading.
Yeah.
It's the most important part, right? Like, you could have the best strategy in the world, but if you're not mentally locked in to execute the strategy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Yeah. And I'm sure you've been there in your trading career at one point, right? Where you're just like, I have to spend every single hour at the charts to try to figure out how this works.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
That separation is super necessary.
It's more important than an indicator, that's for sure. But it doesn't sell affiliate codes. That's the only thing.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
I always get my information on Instagram.
I want to give a shout out here to Nadia. Hi guys, first time here. Nadia, welcome. Welcome to Slow Markets. I'm Jay. That's Dakota. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome.
Let us know where you're watching from in the chat if you're a new viewer, and we know if you're not a new viewer. If we see your name here every day, we appreciate you being here too. But
yeah, let's see. Where's everyone? Because that's okay. Bottom of the hour coming up in 30 seconds. But that was part of why about tax advice, right? Yeah. I know how I file my own taxes. I know how my own taxes work. We have traders from around the world, so just like not giving away financial advice, not going to discuss taxes, right? There's some very general topics, but no, staying away from that. We're here to learn, get better. Bottom of the hour, 5 seconds. Texas, Canada, Nashville, Australia, Costa Rica, New Orleans. Watching from Atlanta, Georgia. You see traders from around the world. Las Vegas, baby. I might be going there soon.
Little Vegas trip coming up soon?
Yeah. What do you think, Jay?
Summer in Vegas?
Summer in Vegas? We need to go watch the GOAT play, though.
Of the hour.
We need to watch the GOAT play.
Yeah, I know. That needs to happen. That needs to happen. Bottom of the hour, seeing a little bit of buying coming in here in gold. I don't hate the longs. Are you long?
I am long one.
I knew it.
Here on gold. You knew it? You knew it?
Yep.
It's almost like we've traded together for years.
Yeah,
huh?
Almost, right?
Almost like that.
Yeah, it's just looking
pretty
good here.
Let's figure out the schedule and go get tickets to watch LeBron play.
Yeah.
41 years old and wild what he's doing. If you guys don't know what we're referring to, watch a LeBron highlight in the last 2 or 3 games.
Insane.
Regardless of who your opinion
son's
is.
Playing well too.
Yeah. Could you? Yeah. Bronny's doing not too bad. And regardless of what your opinion is of who you think the best basketball player is, there's a level of appreciation for someone that's 41 years old and could still get up like that.
All right, I'm short 1 micro crude. I'll build into this position.
Okay.
back up to VWAP, but I'm short 1 right now.
Right.
96.35 is pretty much right here right now.
Nice. I'm long 2 from 47.90. I think we could just break through this and see 4,800 here soon. I'm going to add to it on the break. In real life, Uncle Drew.
Yeah, imagine the pressure of the crude oil. There you go.
Okay, gold.
There you go.
Dang, crude. All right, you manage that crude. I'll manage this gold.
Yeah. So the question now is sustainability. I'm going to move my stop down on this, and we may be able to build into this volume here. Let's see what happens here. Give it another 11 seconds for this 3-minute candle to play out. What was that? I don't have my squawks playing right now, so I don't know if there was a headline that came out.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything yet either. It's the bottom of the hour, so we're 3 minutes past the bottom of the hour. Then comes the top.
Not hearing anything just yet. All right, so now here is where... Let's pull up a crude chart here. No, I'm not going to add. I'm actually going to go risk off on this because this volume was right at the low of the day. 256 contracts traded right at that low in the big contract in crude. If they don't follow that up, that could set the low for the day. So
I'm
going to go risk off. Maybe try to add to this as we break down, but I don't like that immediate wick and rejection there below 96s.
Gold's
ton of selling got absorbed there.
Yeah, gold's having a hard time sustaining a breakout too. I still like it. 4,800 is really close, but it might be a little bit of a grind here. We got the top of the hour. There's a chance that we do reject and kind of go sideways until the top of the hour. Gold has been difficult for me during slow markets as of late. Last night wasn't bad, but there's been more chop lately.
Yeah.
Man, crude down to 86. I haven't looked at what the NASDAQ is doing.
What did I miss? I haven't been on here for 2 months. Well, I just got short gold, crude. Dakota's long gold.
Yeah.
Thanks for rejoining us after 2 months.
Yeah.
Good to have you back.
Love to hear that. Man, yeah, NASDAQ's popping. We're back up to almost 25,600.
976 is 36.
Come on,
right
gold,
there.
get
up. Gold ticker is GC.
Yep.
GC. We're trading GCM right now.
Yep, which is 1/10, correct?
Yeah.
1/10 of that. All right, I added to this. I'm in 4.
There you go.
All right, we're in 4. I'm in 4. 4 long gold. Let's get it. Looking for a breakout. See if we could get up to these 4,800s. Looking for that payout. I gotta make a clippable moment.
Who have we become that we have to foot? All right. Give them something to clip it up.
I gotta make something that might sound be like routine or boring and make it excited for the audience. Okay,
Do it for the
chat.
sound bites.
Let's get some hype. Let's get some hype in the chat.
Do it for the sound bites.
Screenshot it. Yes. Do it for everyone. Hype. Hit the hearts. Hit something. Do something. Get to 700 likes.
What happened to his live account? I'm still in it. Still in it. You definitely weren't talking about me though. You were talking about Dakota, and he withdrew it.
Blew it. April 1st.
Do it for the vine.
I did it for the vine. If you want to know anything that goes on about my account, my trading, here you go. There you go. Take a look at the YouTube chat. There's my socials, but we are in a trade. I'm in a trade right now as well. I'm long gold from 47.90, spot 8, long 4 contracts, looking for a break up to 4,800, and looking for that 5th day for a payout. You can see these statistics looking pretty good. My very first account for over 6 months, but here we go. Let's see if we get it.
I do have some stop sells in crude to add here below, where are we at? 96.05s. And 96.04, I'll add one. And then 95.90s, I'll add another one.
Let's go.
That gold trade is cooking right now.
Got 65K in payouts last year, but having a tough time keeping it funded this year. Any advice? Well, great work. Best advice is do the same thing you did last year. Maybe size down though. Size down. Traders, every trader goes through ups and downs. The ebbs and flows of the market. Let's get back through these session highs here in gold. How much for a payout? Well, we're going to find out. I'll be eligible. Let's see. I don't want to... Knock on wood. Knock on wood. We'll see. We'll see. Looking for it right here.
Yeah, that gold trade looks pretty nice here.
We need to get that momentum.
One more flush and crude and you'll get it.
Yeah, I don't mind that. You're short. Are you looking to add?
Yeah, I got 2 stop sells below these lows, so 96.02s and 95.90s.
Okay, nice. Did I really knock on wood? Yeah, I did. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Let's go. There we go. New session highs. New session highs on gold. The daily minimum is 150 for a winning day, not 200. It was, but then Topstep reduced it, making it easier for traders.
Yeah, David, it's adding into momentum, right? If there is going to be some. I'm already in one, and then the stop sell says, okay, the market is confirming what you're looking for, so add to it, right? There's an art to it, and again, there is some selling that definitely got absorbed at this low, so I'm very conscious of that. If this stops me out before I get the ad, I'm canceling these orders. I don't want them anymore, because again, that volume could be the low of the day there. So we'll just see how this plays out.
Okay. Well, gold's holding bid right now. Okay. Session highs again. Session. Oh, we're breaking out now. I'm gonna take one off right there at 95. Gonna tighten up this stop loss. Oh, let's see through this next pivot. Let's get breakthrough. Then we'll get some of these questions. Up 36 ticks on this one. I'll continue to tighten it up. Continue to tighten up. I'm looking for 4,800. You shouldn't focus on payout. I'm not focused much on the payouts, right? If I was just wanting a payout, I'm already at 150. I'm following the process over profits. Still in this trade.
Could be a bigger payout, right? If this runs to 5,000 right now.
Yeah, just go for it. Go for it. All right, I'm taking another one right there at 96 half. Gonna take another one. Move up that stop loss. 65 ticks right now. Let's get going. Session highs continue to go up. Locked in 22. Stop loss in profit.
Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade.
Let's get to these 48s.
There we go. Come on, chat. If you don't like that, you don't like live trading. Hit that thumbs up button. Waited. We saw the patience to get into the trade. We're going to wait for the bottom of the hour because we know that's when the volatility steps in. You buy it, it goes up. That is not financial advice, but that is just a damn good trade right there.
It's easier to... hey, I'm better at buying markets than I am selling. how does the market do what Dakota does? Hey, DBA concepts here. There's a tell you that coach in front of my name. I just didn't put that there for fun. We didn't get to 4,800 even. We got to 47.99.4. So, not gonna fight with numbers. Oh, wow. I'm okay with this. I've already locked in the profit.
Robert, if you're trading on the DOM, just switch the quantity to 1. So if you're in 5, switch the quantity to 1 and take 1 off, or you could right click on the charts. Dakota, you're still on 1 right now?
Yeah, I'm still on 1 right now.
Yeah, you could just set the quantity in the orders, right? So if I'm long 5 and I want to get back to 3, I'll just wherever I place my orders, I'm just going to sell 2.
Yep, right there. Right behind. I use those buttons. There you go. Yeah, I'm happy with whatever happens. That's why I got what I was looking for. I need to learn your ways, Dakota. This is 16 straight green days for you. Has it been 16 straight green days for me? Maybe it has. It's been a while, man. I've had a lot of green days in a row. Not up to Never Stopped Out, who never gets stopped out with 100
100 days is insane.
But I'm up there. I try and do everything in front of you guys. If you want to learn, just tune in, ask questions. I try my best to demonstrate. You only trade one account? Yep, there it is. My one account. I also have my personal live account, Purple Rain, and then another personal account. Purple Rain is new.
Yep, losing faith in this crude oil trade the longer we sit down here. Just not seeing any volume. There's no flow like at all, right? We had that stop run below 96s and then that was it. So yeah, I'm still in it, but stop's already scratch here. Who has that? Christopher. Stop is scratch. If we trade back up to 96.50s, then I'll add there. But if they're not going to follow through that flow, then I'm okay taking this trade for a scratch. All right. Like I said, I don't want to be the sitting duck in crude because a headline could go up or down $4. I don't want to be a sitting duck without at least a stop in place.
Fair enough. I like it. This came within a tick of my stop loss. Within a tick of my stop loss and bouncing a little bit right there. All right, there you go. I'm out. Plus 174. So there it is. Locked in. Day number 5 in this account. So I must have had I had a decent winning streak in my live account as well. Got a question in the chat. Why did I withdraw the entire balance? Well, benefit to it or what? I want both, right? My goal here is to be a coach and help traders along their journey. I really enjoyed it. I have a passion for it. I know Coach Jay, you do as well, because we've had conversations in person and off of air about how great this community is. Obviously, you have the occasional troll that needs to get the boot every once in a while, but my goal is to demonstrate, hey, you could take a payout, fund your own personal account, because a personal account is it's there. Live account is always the goal, but guess what? A personal account, you keep 100% of it, and then also be able to trade a prop account. I could do both here at Topstep.
Yep, no follow through here in oil. I'm about to get stopped out here.
There we go. Finally been seeing success after finding y'all. Thank you guys. Oh, I'd love to hear that. Can you go through this gold trade, please? I want to learn. There's not much to it. On this higher time frame, It's an hourly time frame. We had a big level of support and resistance here at these 47.60s. I talked about it at the beginning of class. I do kind of a breakdown. Jay and I both do it. And the fact that we broke through this, I like to look for the next level. That next level, possibly a retest of these highs. And you also know how much I love these big round numbers. Big round number right here, 4,800. So the fact that we broke through this on the hourly chart, and then I'll zoom in on a 5-minute chart, and guess what? We're trending higher. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We got that nice pullback, and I was looking to buy it for a push up and a test of 4,800. Obviously, it's not exact. It's everything's zones. So we came up, we got to like 47.99 and some change, and so I was taking profits as we got there. Straightforward, simple technical analysis. Obviously, it's harder. Just because something's simple does not mean it's easy. I try and demonstrate it, right? There's a lot that goes into it that I can't just break it down. It'll take days and days, and that's why I do slow markets every night. What about that?
All right, I'm
crude trade,
flat,
yeah.
up $2, $2. So sellers got trapped there in crude right at 96s. There was some negative delta there that got trapped and is actually becoming a support. I don't hate longs now in crude. If we get a pullback into 96.05, because I know where my risk is going. And that was a knee-jerk reaction. Like I said, if the momentum continued, then great. But with crude oil, if you're not seeing immediate follow-through, to me, it's you got to think about position management pretty quick here. Again, and was I risking a whole lot on this trade to begin with? No, I was risking about $100, but I don't even know how I want to spend $100 on this trade, right? If there's not going to be any follow through. So I'll take the $2 and go from there. There's no follow, then I might flip this to the long side, to be honest.
Hey, fair. Going long crude has not been a bad idea as of late.
Right.
Someone says we all ask AI to make a coach. It depends. Yeah. Here's a question. I got a question here from you guys. Why don't I size up? Well, I can.
Trade the max.
Right? Yeah. No. This is a legit question. I've been trading, decent, like 1 or 2 micros. You can see I'm sizing up a little bit more lately, right? You guys see I, got into 5 contracts the other night, got into another 5 contracts during the New York session, and I would be honest. A lot of traders shouldn't be sizing up until after like a year. Trade 1 or 2 micros for a year. Show that consistency first, prove it to yourself, and then size up. But traders are really impatient, and also traders don't realize the importance of trading small size, and they don't believe that they can make good money. So I want to prove that you can make good money with a small account with small size, because everything you see online is max everything. Max copy trades, max this, max that, because it gets those clips, those views, the this or that. It's just unrealistic for new traders who are trying to find success. So I'm trying to demonstrate it the best I can, showing that you do only need a few micros to make good money like this. Yeah, there's the stats. This isn't anything too crazy. I don't think so, right? I mean, 66% win rate, 1.5 to 1 risk reward. There's nothing mind blowing that you just like, oh, this guy's amazing. This wouldn't sell a course. I mean, look at this. Look at this. They call it, is it a parabola? What is this called? Dang it. Chat, what is this? Math nerds.
You like my word? It's a bell curve.
Bell curve.
Distribution curve. Histogram. Bell curve.
It's bell curve. It's bell curve. I was gonna say this is normal distribution. Yeah. That's kind of how it should be.
It looks like somebody cut you off in traffic.
Cut me off in traffic.
Maybe that was a regional joke.
Man, I've been in that New Jersey traffic where you driving,
Right.
I'm not gonna drive in that traffic ever.
Right.
Yeah, bell curve is what it was. Bell curve.
64% win rate in your first month of trading for ZS channel. It's a pretty good win rate. What is the risk to reward on your trades? And I kind of honestly hate the risk to reward. I am a 1.873 to 1 risk to reward trader. What does it happen to be when you trade? Right? I think that's the best way to focus on it.
Yeah.
Right? If you say that every trade has to be a 2 to 1, and then you get to 1.9 to 1 and you don't take profits and you take a loss, I don't know. To me, I don't enjoy that as a trader.
Fair enough. A lot of traders, their equity curves. I gotta show this. Let me know in the chat if this is you, because this was me for so long. Look at this. A lot of traders, their equity curves look something like this. And this is like your P&L, right? Like that's a lot of traders, and this is a blown account. That's what a lot of traders, mine looked like that for so long. It's just small wins, and then you just either go on tilt or you just, something happens right there on these days. And this could be like 3 months and then it gets ruined by like 1 or 2 days. You drew my account. Yes. You've seen a lot of accounts too, right? Being a coach, having your VIP team.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
I've had the accounts that look like that.
What's
I've had
that?
the accounts that look like that also. So, everyone is just like, oh man, that's me. What does that tell you about trading? Right? To me, that's what you learn from it. If everybody can say that, hey, I've had, or most people can say, I've had an account that looks like that, what does that tell you about trading? It's all about how you manage yourself. It's not about the strategy.
Yep. It's
because if that line is going up at some point, whatever strategy you're using is working. I'm long 1 micro crude. It's bad risk management, and it's bad emotional management of your emotions.
It's wild. It's wild to think.
Yeah.
Everyone, I don't want to say everyone's the same, but it's the same emotions that we all battle through. And guess what? Everybody in here has a different strategy, right? Using different indicators, different strategies, this and this and this. It's that mental state.
Bruno, it's about hitting that lockout button before it's too late. Yep. There
we go. Docs your trade history. That's actually, fun fact, that's actually, no, I'm not going there. I was going to call out some influencers, but no.
I'm a funded trader with 150K accounts. What should be my proper lot size? I see that question a bunch. Again, if I told you that your proper lot size should be max risk on each trade, what is your maximum size you could trade? Trade that. Is that right or wrong? Right? I'd say that is a situational question. It really depends on the trader. The size that you should trade should be the size that you are able to manage the risk in your account, and nothing more than that, right? You can manage the risk. You can give yourself a bunch of opportunities to swing the bet, right? And go from there. I don't know what your account balance is. I don't know how you trade, so I can't give a blanket answer to that. But you should trade whatever size allows you multiple opportunities to take trades over the course of weeks, not just a day. Too many people go just max leverage right away. Dakota was just talking about that, right? Scaling down, sizing down. So whatever your max size is should give you multiple opportunities.
Yeah, just because you can doesn't mean you should, right?
Yep.
I'm going to say this. Prop firms give too much leverage.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
That's it. It just is.
Yeah.
You don't see someone during the prop firms, and you don't see. That's why you don't see affiliates selling, micros. they get paid on how many accounts you sell, not how many traders pass and get payouts. That would be. You know what? I need to talk to MP. If I'm ever going to become an affiliate or have an affiliate code, I want it to be based off of how many traders get a payout. Like, you know what? If this person uses my code, the only way I would ever get any benefit from it is if that trader passes an account or takes a payout. That would be pretty badass.
Pro Swap says Dakota about to lose his job. So the funny thing is, we've had these conversations before. We've had these conversations before.
I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna talk to you about that actually.
Workhorse Nat says, I've noticed earlier you locked yourself out. When and how do you know you're ready to lock yourself out of your account? Great question. So P&L high today for me in this live account was $1,500. And I thought I saw some more trade opportunities, but I said, hey, I'm up $1,500. I don't want to leave with less than 1,000. So I'm going to give myself a trailing personal loss limit, which you can do in the Topstep X platform. Go to settings. Actually, I need to change this right now because we don't need that set right now. But go to settings here and you change this to trailing drawdown. So from realized gains, I said, don't give back more than $500. Took a gold trade. It didn't work out. I'm not upset because I'm leaving with $1,000. I've had too many days in my trading career where it's, hey, I'm up 1,000. I think I see more opportunity. I want to go up 10,000. And then I end the day down 5,000. So what stopped it for me was not giving back too much from my P&L high. Right? Choose a percentage, lock in that percentage, and then go from there.
Fair enough. And we got a minute.
Andy's favorite setting.
Minute to the bottom of the hour. Top of the hour. One of them. Top of the hour here. Coming up on 8 p.m. Central. So let's watch these markets. You are in a long crude. I do like that trade.
I'm not loving it.
I guess it depends on where your stop loss is. What's the best way to pass the funded account? One trade at a time.
One trade at a time.
Small size, wide stops. Dakota, how do you know you're on tilt? I can feel it. I am, but keep denying it. Whenever you get the urge to do something that you're not used to, just lock yourself out. If you think it's, Mandy, I think you would appreciate this one. Growing up, my grandparents would always tell me about brushing my teeth. He's like, if you ever think about brushing your teeth, just do it.
That's pretty good.
So if you ever think about locking yourself out of your trading account, just do it.
Ermit says, I've been fighting to pass this combine. I'm getting discouraged at this point. Don't get discouraged. The market wants that. The market wants you to get discouraged so you can just give up and give all your money back to whoever's sitting on the other side. You know my trading money? I just added one to this crude trade, so I'm long 2.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, gold's popping too here.
Yeah, gold's selling a little bit here.
You know what? I'm gonna buy some crude too. Not financial advice.
We're in this together.
But I'm gonna buy it not in this account. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's running.
Let's see.
We're gonna make it rain purple here.
Let's go, crude. Come on now. Back up to VWAP here. Let's see if we can reclaim this VWAP. All right. You get it?
No. I trying to get in with the limit order.
Let's see. Pull back to 40s, maybe. Off this VWAP here. Chat,
Dang
you
it,
see what I
man.
just did here? This is called not getting stuck to a bias. I was short crude and looking for lower. It didn't go. Then I'm wrong. Admit what the market wants and then go from there. You might get a pullback here, Dakota.
I hit join bid at 24, 96.24, and I blink and we're in 96.60s.
See if these 6 hold. This is VWAP here in crude.
Yeah. Why do you guys think Asian session gets a bad rap? Well, it's typically slower than the New York session, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. I learned on the Asian session. This is my session. I was one of, if not the first trader here in this space to sit here and stream and trade during this time. I started slow markets just for the Asian session, and this was years ago.
All right, so now here's where I need to see new buying stepping in crude oil. Good so far on this reversal, but these 60s need to hold. So now this highest volume candle that set the low for the day, it wasn't the highest volume, but this candle that set the low, as long as that holds, I'm okay being in this. And maybe we get the rotations back up to 97.5.
Man, I got the FOMO from heck, man, in this crude. I was going to join with 3 minis.
Ooh. Too late to scale?
Just too late, yeah. I was longing those 20s. 20, maybe even lower 30s, but oh man, here we go. All right.
$66. Yeah, so really at this point, chat, this trade, because this candle here.
Nice work. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I could take the $150 right here and make this a payout eligible day, but I'm not thinking that way. But I am thinking about trade management on this trade, right? So this candle here was my initial frame of reference for the short, but now I'm looking at this candle as negating that, right? Whatever happened in this. So right now where my entry is right below 50% of this, but if this candle doesn't hold, this is the trigger now. If this candle doesn't hold, then I'm okay being out of this trade, right? Because whatever buying stepped in here should hold and supersede whatever selling came in here. So I'm gonna move my stop up for now. And if this starts to trend on a 3-minute, then I'll start to trail below 3-minute candle lows.
Nice trade.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do one off if we accept any price back inside that initial candle. Yeah, because this is a VWAP decision-making area here. So we'll go one off back inside this candle. And then this will be pretty much a scratch.
Someone, while you're doing that, someone just sent me this message. I don't read my DMs, so if you guys are sending me direct messages, it's probably buried through like thousands of DMs. Gold's catching a bid, heading right back up to 4,800 maybe. But Rory,
oh yeah, wow, look at that.
Yeah, wow. Rory McIlroy. Here's his quote from him back before. This is 2 days ago. I'd say to myself a lot. Quote: process over prize. Process over prize. Price. Process. That's pretty cool. It's not just
process over prize.
Yeah, yeah. It's just true in so many sports. It's just in life in general, I guess. Follow a process. Reward comes later.
Somebody asked why 3-minute candles. It's part of my process. I've been using them for longer than I can remember at this point. You know, are the 3-minute candles the golden ticket to profitability? No. Is any candle? No. Just find something that resonates with you. That's really what trading is about at the end of the day. Find something that resonates with you that you feel comfortable putting risk behind day in and day out. That's really all this is. Richard Harris, you got to do a Ninjarenko stream so you can teach everybody how to scalp that.
I am
Trading
long
is a high
gold
performance
again.
sport. You long? Say it again.
I'm long gold again. 2 from 96. See, I don't mind. Yeah, you know what? I was payout eligible, but trade setup, trade taking. Let's see if we go. You're not old, Jay. Come on.
No, I'm not old. I'm the youngest I've ever been.
You're the youngest you ever will be.
Yeah, right. How do I change the P&L color? Click the settings gear and go to miscellaneous settings. It's in there.
All right, I'm gonna put take profit here right at 48 right there. Let's get it. This one's for dinner.
I'm out of one of those because we did start to trade price back inside that candle. So I'm out of one, and then on this second one, if this stops me out below this, so I'm considering this the trigger candle, right? So if we trade below this, then I don't want to be in this anymore. This will be a $20 winning trade or $9 winning trade, whatever it is.
One would argue there'd be a lot of people that wish they were up $9.
Right.
Yep. All right, gold. Let's get it. I'm looking at 4,800 even.
Here.
Yeah, we got. Come on. We're almost there. Almost there.
Have we not traded 48s this whole session?
No, we haven't. We have not. We hit 47.99.
Come on. There's nothing even there. It's like 20 contracts sitting there.
I'm there now.
Do we need to make a call?
There we go. There. Got it. Got it. I got 48. We got 48 even.
There it is. There it is.
We're going. Move my stop loss. I'm going to trail this now really aggressively.
Somebody had asked for my crude oil target before. Loosely $100. That would obviously have to be a trade that starts moving in my favor and go from there, but loosely $100. It's about halfway back from today's range.
There we go. Yeah, I'm trailing this really aggressive now. I've hit my profits. Stop in profit. Greenland. Shout out to Braden.
Take me to Greenland.
Yep. Payout secured.
He's on a cruise this week, right?
I think he's on a cruise this week. But remember, we got to get that community support. So if we get like 700 likes really often, then we're good. Can we hold?
Can I get out so crude dumps and NQ pumps? If I was controlling this market, man, everybody would eat. But unfortunately, I'm not. So my one micro, I don't think is what's holding us up right now, but maybe.
All right, there we go. I'm out. Plus 216. So there we go. Did that change my stats at all? Not really. Still the same. 5 days. $2,500 basically this past 5 days. Payout eligible. Nice trade on that crude.
Thanks, man.
And
I should have full ported it. I should have went max size. So Cali fella in the chat could be right about me gambling. If this is gambling with one lot, then call me a risk taker. Call me Bruno.
Call me Bruno.
Bruno Mars, not Bruno in the chat.
I know. I got you. I got you there. Call me Bruno. Call me.
I mean, come on.
Call me down and white.
You're right. Should have full ported it. Damn. Oops. I'll get them next time, I guess.
Good stuff. I'm checking my dashboard. I have to wait till the next day, right, for the payout. We have to finish the day up 150.
You might not have to. But you have to close the day. You have to make sure you close the day there. So
yeah. There's my 150 XFA, or my single 50.
Ooh, look at gold here. More volume up here at these 4800s. EC Drive, I'm going to acknowledge your comment. We appreciate you being here as well. And you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I really like this crude oil trade. I was waiting for a potential opportunity to maybe add to this, but I might have to do it on the way up if we see some more buying stepping in. Oh, when I was saying close the day for Dakota, he just has to make sure, if he's going to take a payout, he has to make sure he ends the day up $150 at least.
Yep.
Or you could just lock out, right? Take the payout, lock out, and make sure that $150 is locked in.
Yeah, I'm still gonna just take trades.
But you're gonna trade tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll be on TopstepTV tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. all week, 9:30 a.m.
Nice. All right, so for this crude now, all I'm looking for is for the buyers to sustain VWAP right now. We're sitting at VWAP right now, and there's not a whole lot of volume trading here, so I'm okay with where my stop is. I'm looking at potential opportunities to add to this, but how do you feel about trading silver? I think if you're trading it right now, the volatility has definitely come down in silver from where it was. It's still an expensive market to trade no matter what, right? I actually just put on a practice trade in silver just because I like the longs. The reason I didn't take the trade in my live account is because I didn't like the risk, right? It's still an expensive market to trade, right? Where if I got long, let me see where I was long, and this is 1 micro. I put this on in just a practice account, 76 105s. This risk right here is $600. I don't want to take that with 1 micro silver. So it looked like a good trade, but the risk assessment said that it's too expensive for me to take, so I'm not going to take it in this account. But I think it trades really well technically. Just make sure you have the risk budget to trade it, because even micros, 1 micro, again, that's $600 worth of risk right there.
Correct. Was that my last trade for the day? No. Just because I'm eligible doesn't mean I'm gonna like not trade. If I see a setup, I'm gonna take it. Gold trying to hold above this 4,800.
I put that second contract back on, not increasing the risk at all with this, but I like this little pattern that we just had here. Came down, kind of held this 50% of that trigger candle. We got the necessary pullback, so I'm going to add that second lot there. I'm seeing some buying stepping in above VWAP here, so. Josh, how do we determine stop length? So my stop on this trade initially was 2 times the ATR. So Dakota earlier was talking about average true range, right? And how on the equities, it might be coming down a little bit. I execute all my trades on a 3-minute chart. So I got long initially from here. If you see this value on the bottom of my charts, this ATR right here, it's kind of hiding behind Dakota's head. The ATR on the 3-minute chart in crude was 30 ticks. So my stop initially was 60 ticks, and that's it. So 2 times the ATR on whatever value, on whatever time frame you execute your trades on.
I'm just checking a couple of things here on my end.
Default. Yeah, I'm using a default ATR. Yeah, Richard Harris. I mean, negative risk to reward is sometimes the way. This technically is a negative risk to reward trade the way I'm trading it right now, right? I've already taken some profits on this, and I've taken less than the 60 ticks I was looking for, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think, again, strict focus on just risk to reward or just win rate. It's like being a basketball player and saying, you're going into the game saying, I'm going to average 20 points a game or 25 points a game. It's like, great. Those could be empty stats. Are those 25 points actually helping you win the game, or are you just putting numbers up?
Shout out to never mind.
Who are you about to give a shout out to?
James Harden.
Oh yeah, empty stats, man. Empty stats are a real thing.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could have, look at. I don't want to basketball us out here, but Kevin Love, when he was on the Timberwolves, before he got traded to the Cavs and won championships with LeBron, statistically he was like in the MVP running, just stats alone. But what did those stats contribute to? And if it's not wins, then
yeah, exactly.
Does it really matter? Again, if your win rate is 70% as a trader, people come in the chat all the time, and I don't know what the house count stats are, so I'm not going to comment on that. But they're like, oh, the house count loses all the time. Statistically, for most traders, you're more likely to tune into a trader if they're trading one account. You're more likely to see them lose than win.
Yeah. It's like I showed up one time and it was red, so therefore it's always red.
Right.
I'm still looking for a trade here. We got about 10 minutes to the bottom of the hour. I like this $200, man. I can take a payout. Question is, wait, I get 50%, right? 50%. So I could take a $1,200 payout right now.
Gotta be like Rondo. Yeah. Hall of Fame point guard.
Gotta
understand what it takes to win the game.
Right.
64. So seeing a little bit of buying get stuck here right below 97s in oil. Not too much for me to do yet. There we go.
You're cooking, man. You're cooking. I'll get through hashtag slow markets here in a second. So there's the links again in the YouTube chat if you missed them. MP, when are we getting you on here? I'm going through some of these hashtag slow markets, and MP, you tagged me on something. Got purple rain. Here's a fun fact, Coach Jay, and I can say this. Ever since it rained purple, I'm up 50%. From my my entire account balance is up 50%.
That's beautiful. That's pretty awesome, man.
Oh.
That is pretty good start. Good start. Yeah, make it rain.
That's where it's raining purple.
Make it rain purple.
And if you ask, oh, why are you guys using code, speaking in code, or just referencing this? And Coach Jay, you know this, right? Rules and regulations. That's why I don't like to show my balance. That's why we don't talk about taxes. That's why we don't talk about a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. Certain things we can talk about, certain things we can't, but we try to share as much as we can here.
Yeah.
Like my Twitter handle that somebody just asked for. Put that link for you in the chat. There you go.
Purple is the only reason why we're saying purple rain is it's my favorite song at the moment.
a good song.
It's a good song. It's a hell of a song. I'm gonna get through some of these.
If you want to know what Purple Rain is, follow MP on Twitter.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, here's MP's post. I'll put it on the,
right
in the chat right here, in the YouTube chat. There it is. There's MP's post. Yeah. Here's a couple. I'm gonna get through a couple. Man, that crude oil is cooking, and I got the FOMO from like wild. Here's a couple of the slow markets. You guys tagged me. Ego. I hope I'm saying your name right, but you've been consistently posting hashtag slow markets, so I'm giving you the credit. You long the NASDAQ. I think that one's working out pretty well for you. Great work. Dakota, started my XFA at about the same time as you. Let's see who can make money by the end of this month. Nice work. Hey, good work.
All right, I'm down to 1 micro crude. Again, just managing what the market is presenting right now. I think there's room to hundreds, but crude has been getting sold off on the higher time frame if we look at the daily. Under the 20 moving average here, so down to 1. Again, I may add to this. You'll see me scale in out of this position maybe a couple of times here, but I need to see the order flow that agrees with it. I want the market to go up, obviously, because I'm long, but if the market doesn't want to go up, then I gotta adjust, right? Just like I wanted the market to be short, right? I wanted the market to go to 0 when I was short. It didn't happen. How many traders get stuck to that bias and say, well, this is what I wanted, and the market doesn't agree? The market will unfortunately quickly tell us that our opinions don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Can I explain DBA and how to use it? DBA is just, it's my initials. It's a play off of everyone out there creating their own little concepts. All it is just keep your trading as simple as possible. I'm a technical trader, so anything that you do in these markets, simplify it. Don't overcomplicate it. That's all DBA is. It's more of a joke. Any decisions?
There we go, crude. There we go, crude. That looks better. Buyers sustained an above VWAP here, which looks good. Just took a little time. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. On this crude oil trade, we are going to target the 20 moving average on the 30-minute, where it is right now. Actually, let's not do that. Let's go right there, 98.09s. And that's it. I'm not gonna touch this trade again.
There you go. So are you gonna let this run overnight if it just goes sideways?
Yeah, it's either gonna stop me out for $17 or $127.
There you go. There we go, man. I tell you what, the trade from last night, I need to get back into the habit of letting trades run overnight.
Yeah.
If you guys were tuning in, Sunday night, I start my slow market Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central.
Nice one.
I was long from these 920s, and I debated holding one. If only, man.
Yeah.
But I closed it out early, and so I like that you just set it and forget it. That's sometimes one of the best ways to do it.
I mean, you got a decent profit out of that, right?
Correct. Yeah, it was just see money, make money, take money. I don't mind. It's like, you know what? I could have, would have, should have, but it was a great trade. I made some good money on that one.
Yeah, dude, I was long from in fast markets this morning. I got long from 183s. 183 right here. And I took it for, my target was settlement, right? So took it for 100 points. Not going to complain about that. But when it goes another 300 points after your exit, you're like, yeah, today could have been one of those days. But
every day.
What do you measure for, right? You gotta ask your question. What do you measure for? Because maybe today was an anomaly day, right? And we don't get that type of price action all the time. So live with your decisions as a trader. It's the most important thing to do.
Tomorrow's a new day, man. Always a new day. Always a new day, new opportunity. I remember back in April, right? April last year, we're like, man, we're never going to see moves like this for a while. And here we are seeing wild moves. Enjoy the volatility when you can. Manage that risk. And here it is. Monday night, Tuesday's price action. Full week ahead of us still. Busy week. Inflation data tomorrow. We got some amazing guests on TopstepTV. Jay, I see you with them all the time. Any last words, or how's everything?
I want to answer one more question here. Deep Breath says, do you have advice for those of us that have a high win percentage on market direction, but have trouble staying married to losing trades? Outside of size is the killer and stick to your stops. So one of the things that I realized with the VIP session that I did most recently was I had some traders that could call out market direction like the best traders I've ever seen. But analyzing the markets and trading the markets are two different things. So what happens is when you have a high hit rate of calling out the markets, you start to attach yourself to being right about what the market does, and you don't make money from that, right? You make money from executing on the idea that you have. What happens though is when you have such a high hit rate, you expect that you're never going to be wrong, and then you start protecting your ideas. And again, the market does not care about your ideas, right? So size is the killer. Stick to your stops. That's important for everybody. But if you're a great analyst of the market, you have to be okay with the percentage of times that your trades are not going to work out, right? To use the sports analogy, Steph Curry shoots on a great season 40% from the three-point line. On a mediocre season, he shoots maybe 36%. He knows he's going to miss more than he makes, and he's the greatest shooter ever. So at some point, you have to say, hey, I'm great at analyzing, but the market doesn't always have to agree with what I say. And it's a very hard thing to do if you analyze the markets really well. Trust me, it takes almost two different brains to execute and analyze the markets. But if you want to get paid from your ideas, you're either going to sell a course or you're going to execute the idea at the end of the day. So trade it, do it with a size that you don't care about. And it's really important, right? If you're analyzing the markets and you do it really well and you over leverage every trade, you're never going to be able to trust your own decision making at the end of the day. It's not about your read. It's about trusting your decision making. So figure out a way to do that. Start with small size.
There you go, man. Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? Man, that's all I had. It's always a good one. These markets are moving. I'm eligible for a payout. So you're in your live account, Jay. You're crushing it. Green on the screen. And
green on the screen.
I will see everybody bright and early tomorrow morning. Jay, you have the market kickoff, correct? The opening call. And then at the buzzer, that's your show. And I'll see everybody 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time is when I go on there. And if not, tomorrow night. Now it's Tuesday. Just going to be me by myself. Braden, he's on a cruise, I believe. But remember, if you guys show your support, if you guys demand it, it's going to be the same thing, supply and demand. Jay, you can have a conversation about me, you, and Jay, you, and Braden being on together for slow markets a little bit more. So,
for sure.
Take care, everybody. See you then.